Welcome to Jewel Talk Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Come on in, like, and share. And I hope that you enjoyed tonight. I hope that your week was starting off great and that you have been thinking about things and thinking about yourself and loving on yourself. Always love on yourself. So, tonight I'm going to be talking about learning to be okay with separation. Separation is something that happens when two things or things are apart, that they are pulled away. Is a divide, or it's where you don't maybe see someone or you don't have something anymore. And separation is not always bad. And we have to learn to embrace that separation is not always bad. Um, a lot of times we walk through life and like we say stuff like I want to be better, or I want this, and I want this to change, or I want that to change, and we're speaking into the atmosphere. We are co-creators with God, so when we speak things, they happen. And then when we speak things, God hears us. And when separation comes, we don't like it, or it happens and it's like, wait a minute, it's moving too fast. Because it's like the things that you really like to do, there's the things that you have to stop doing, because the flesh loves to do stuff, I'm gonna tell you. And everything that's good to you may not be good for you. So in times like that, when we are desiring things and our destiny is pulling us and our future is pulling us, separation happens, and we have to learn to be okay with that. The challenge is not thinking that separation is a bad thing. Separation is a good thing, and it can be a good thing. And when we're thinking about all the losses we have had in separation, yeah, we have lost homes, relationships, money, cars, and things like that. We focus on that sometimes, and we don't think about the good of it in the long run. And then after we go past that thing and get to the other side, we're like, whew, that wasn't so bad. Or, I'm glad that happened. Trust God. God knows what he's doing. He knows what you need, and he knows what you don't need. And I think about, separation gives you time to grow, to focus, to put that energy into you. It could be separation from anything. It may not be necessarily a bad person or a bad thing. All things are not bad, and all people are not bad. But sometimes they can be a distraction when you are trying to, or rather God is trying to get you where you need to be. I think about, I wasn't saved at the time, but I did what my grandma did. My grandma prayed, and I knew when she prayed, things happened. I know she always talked to God. And when I was on drugs, I would just say, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, because I felt like it was something else better than this. And I'm like, this can't be life. And I was saying it, but I wasn't saved. And God changed it. One day I just didn't even have the desire to do drugs. I didn't go to AA. I didn't do any of that. The taste was just gone. I just didn't have that desire. And God gave me a separation from a thing. But because I did not know or have a relationship with God, I feel that void with something else. If you move furniture in your house, you will see the impression in the floor, or you may see dust gathering up under that piece of furniture. And the first thing you say, what am I going to put in that place? You know what I'm saying? And what needs to go there? You want to fill that void. And I wanted to fill a void. And I end up start selling drugs. Now, go figure. Because when you are delivered or you are separated from a thing, the best thing to do is fill it with God. Understand your separation. And we don't understand the separation sometimes. And we'll just start wanting to ask people, well, what would you do? Or, we try to go fill that void because there's something empty there. But God put the separation there to help you. Sometimes it happens and it's hurtful, but he put it there. Understand, every separation is not bad. The good thing about, God separating me from that is it changed my life. Separation will change your life if you allow it. If you're fighting against it and you just want what you want, it's going to be hard. God wins. I'm going to tell you, I done wrestled and wrestled. I'm tired. Right now, it's like, okay, God, what do you want? Because you're not going to win with him. You're not going to win. Your destiny is calling. Accept the separation. And I think about Bishop Carter. Shout out to Bishop Carter. He said something that was just so powerful. And he was like, well, to me anyway, I like getting those revelations. And he was like, rat poison has 90% good corn in it. 90% of rat poison is good. It is the 10% that kills the rat. The rat eats the strychnine, and that's what kills him. What is in our lives that is 10%? And God is trying to separate us from that. The 10% is killing us. The 10% is holding us back from our destiny. The 10% is holding us back of knowing who God is and who he has made us to be. That 10%. And he will separate us from those things so we can get our focus. We can get the desires. We have desires in our heart that, we want to have fulfilled. He needs to separate us from the 10%. And I think that we need to recognize when God is trying to do something in our lives. My grandma said there's some good in everything. You may have to go to the bottom to get it, but it's some good there. And there is some good things in separation. God is a sovereign God. He's a good God. Who knows what's best for you than he do? Who knows what the future is but him? He has ultimate knowledge. He has ultimate wisdom. We lean to our own understandings and end up in messes. And then we be like, well, God, can you come help me out of this? Or can you fix this for me? But if we allow God to take us through these processes, it'll be okay. God will put you with people that will help you. I know my cousins, they get sick of me because I always say, I'm going to tell you that the isolation and the separation process in your walk with God is very important. It is vital to your life. And I know when I talk to them, I'll be like, girl, that separation thing is serious. That isolation thing is serious because it's important. And if you miss those steps in that, it'll cause so much time being wasted. It'll cause you hurt. You hurting yourself. You're hurting, the people that are watching you. That's why I said, it's important that you watch what you do and what you say. My grandma never beat Jesus in me. She always talked about him, and she was like, Gail, get your back over to that church. But she never really beat it down. Her life was her example. I did what I saw. I did what I said, well, if it worked for her, it'll work for me. And that's how she taught me, by her example. And we have to teach people that if God takes something from us, to be okay. You don't have to walk with your head down. You don't have to walk in disappointment. You don't have to walk in embarrassment, because everybody has had something taken from them. Everybody has had something being separated from people they care about. You may love somebody but not be in love with them. You may care about somebody. They may always have a place in your heart, but they're just not good for being in your life. And you have to know that. You have to know the difference. It's a difference in being in love with somebody and loving them. It's a difference of, caring for somebody and having them to be around you all the time. It's a difference. And if we don't know the difference between what God is doing for us and what is necessary, it'll be a problem. So I say this week, walk through and see what God has separated from you, and don't look at it as bad. Separation is a gift. When God gave me that gift of deliverance from drug selling and using, which was very bad, it was a gift that changed my life. I accepted that gift from God. I didn't understand a lot of it, because the process, now I didn't just oh my God, some of the stuff that I went through in life of his separation, I did fight. I did be like, God, you're doing too much. You just doing too much. You're doing too much. Slow down. We'll do all this, but I'm going to keep some of this because it's what I wanted to do. But those things changed my life. My life is so much greater. And if God allows something to be taken from you or separated from you, separated from something, trust me, He'll give it back more than you would ever expect. I'm telling you, my life has changed through God separating people and things from my life, even separating the way I talk and I think. He will just cut away some of those bad habits. Those things need to happen in your life in order for you to go forward. You can't lug all that stuff with you everywhere you go. I just did some cleaning. Oh my God. I was like, where did all this stuff come from? I'm just throwing away stuff and just be like, how long have I had this? You have to go back and get rid of some stuff. Everything is not good for you. But the gift of separation is a gift that keeps giving, because when you separate from things and people, you're giving life to other people that are watching you, other people that are connected to your life, because you have value. And your value needs to increase and not decrease by holding on to things that are not for you. You know, God loves you. He wants the best for you. His decisions for you are greater than your own decisions. So trust in the separation. As you go through this week, be mindful of the things God say don't do. Be mindful of the things that He is adding to your life, because God is an adder. He's not only a subtractor. He know all his math now. He know adding, subtracting, division, and multiplication, and calculus and trigonometry, all that stuff. God got that down pat. So walk in what He is giving you. And love life. Love what is happening in your life. It may not feel good. You may not see everything in it, but embrace it. Embrace it with love. And do not allow the 10% to keep you from what is greater, because God has something great for you. Walk in greatness. Understand your separation and love on it. God will be there for you as always. He said He would never leave you or forsake you. You look at people that, you know, are doing things. They had to go through separation. They just didn't get there and God just let them do everything they wanted to do. They had to go through separation. They had to go through the pain of things. They had to go through these things so they can be an example, and they'll be able to tell others how to go through and how to make it. You know, there's a thing there. You can make it. You can make it. So I want you guys to have a great week. I want you to think about your separations and be okay with it, and ask God to come in and give you an understanding about it. Just don't walk around and not ask Him questions. It's okay to ask God questions. Now, you may not get an answer to everything, but He will make sure that there is peace in your heart about whatever it is. Embrace God's separation. Have a great week. Love on yourself, and I will see you guys back here next week on Jewel Talk Tuesday. Have a great week. Bye.